Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another Eternal Evolution video. Today we're doing another champion spotlight. We're doing it on Leo. I have a lot of videos out there on Leo, but I still get asked all the time, how do you gear your Leo? Because there is multiple ways that you can gear Leo. So I'll show you how I have him geared. I am an endgame player and I use him in very endgame content. He is really good in Twilight, he's really good in story, he's really good in PvP, he's really good basically everywhere. He is quite an insane hero. He's definitely top 3 in the game, I would think, right now. I think he is quite insane. So, okay, let's go through the kit real quick, and then we'll go through the gear, we'll go through the talents, we'll show you some gameplay. I literally use him everywhere, so... yeah, okay. All right, very first thing. So he spins in his double blades. He basically does like a little push forwards, deals 240% damage. Leo will not be affected by any crowd control during the effect. All damage caused by Leo cannot be critical. This is all damage, period. This is not only for the ultimate. This is for every single skill he has in his entire kit. So you can never build crit rate. Well, you can put crit rate on him, but it literally will do nothing. It's not like other heroes, like Emma, who still can crit sometimes. You know, besides when her weapon's activated, he can never ever crit. The talent gives 35% lifesteal. This dude is a lifesteal god. He's quite good. So. Okay, Leo sends out a roar to deter the enemy, causing 310% attack damage to nearby enemies, and increasing the damage they take in the next 5 seconds by 10%. Amazing. It goes up to 15%, and the duration is enhanced. So he's a great tank, he's a great damage dealer, and he even makes your other teammates do more damage to those targets. I mean, he's got everything. After entering the battlefield, Leo will permanently gain a basic attack boost of 1.5% of his maximum health. In battle. The lower the proportion of his current health, the higher his attack. The attack increases by 1% for each reduction, going up to 30%, and there is no upper limit if you have the talent, okay? And Leo's damage reduction is increased by 3%. When Leo receives lethal damage, he defies death and all damage for the next 3 seconds. This effect can only be triggered once per battle. At the end of the damage immunity, Leo will recover 15% of his maximum health at one time, okay? So that's the full kit. I have all the talents in him because this is my most used hero in the entire game right now. There is no hero I use more than Leo. He's always my frontline tank in almost every piece of content. I guess maybe I could possibly use Mazrani more than Leo because when I'm using a full summoner team, sometimes I use Mazrani. But honestly, I use this guy basically more than anyone else. I did choose to finally exclusive 30 my Leo. Now, I don't think it's high priority because... the only thing that the exclusive 30 gives me really is this HP, damage reduction, and damage amplification, because the skill you get from exclusive 30 basically only happens one time in a battle. So honestly, out of all the EX30s, he's probably like, I don't know, 5th to 7th somewhere on my personal list. I'm developing one right now. That'll probably come at a later day, but not high priority for exclusive 30, but very high priority for exclusive 20. He's a great hero. Again, he is probably my most used hero in the entire game, okay? Equipment. Now, depending on where you are in the game, you're going to equip him differently. If you don't have a lot of evolutions on him, and you don't have a Prism Amulet, the prototype that makes Vanguards take less damage, basically they take it over time, you're going to want to gear him mostly in HP percent, and damage reduction like you would gear a Crete. So you would go HP percent, damage reduction, and then as much HP and damage reduction and attack if you can get attack substats that you can get. Now, in endgame build, this is what I found is the best. I've tried a bunch of different builds. I've tried the full HP build. I've tried HP and damage reduction. I've tried attack and damage reduction. This build for me gives him the most amount of survivability and the most amount of damage. So the sets are either going to be an attack set or an HP set, whichever one has the best stats. That's all I'm looking for is the absolute best stats. So I'm always going for attack percent main stat, and I'm always going with as many HP percent substats and damage reduction substats as I can get. Okay, so that's my goal. But mostly I want to maximize just the most amount of attack I can, because that means he's going to leech harder and he's going to do damage. I need my tanks to deal damage because I'm endgame and the content is very hard. I can't have someone just sit there soak damage. They have to deal damage. And Leo does quite a lot of damage. I will show you that. Okay, so attack with HP, attack with HP, attack with HP, attack, damage reduction. This is actually quite a bad piece. Why do I have this on him still? I gotta have something better than that, right? Attack, HP. Maybe I got something with both. Ooh, that's quite a nice piece, actually. So that gives me the same attack, same... I don't know, whatever. We'll mess with that later. This is attack, HP, damage reduction. Again, those are the 3 stats I'm looking for. And this one just has a crap ton of attack with a damage reduction roll. Okay. He's got 1.7 million HP. He's got 50.4 thousand attack. His attack will go up once he joins battle because he'll get attack based on his HP. So his attack is even higher than that. And he has only 43% damage reduction. And he's still my frontline tank. Even in chapter 13 Twilight, this is the stats that I have on him. Okay, so where can I use them? Literally every piece of content in the game. Literally every piece of content. So I use them a lot in Twilight Lands. I have a bunch of videos of Twilight Lands on the channel. I just posted a 1-hour video, so I'm not going to show you gameplay there, but I use him in every single team. When I lose my Leo, I'm actually quite mad. I got to put Crete in there, who just is not as good as Leo. In the beginning, when I was first testing Leo and Crete, I thought they were pretty equivalent, but it's very clear to me now that Leo is, you know, a tier above Crete. Crete just dies, right? Leo has the block death thing where the first time he gets triggered a death, it will just stop it from happening. So there's some bosses in here that just straight up one-shot your whole team. So if you have Leo in your team, you can see, oh shit, my whole team's dead, and I can hit pause and restart the battle, right? So I think that feature alone, not to mention how much damage he does and how he can just literally keep himself alive for quite some time. Now, let me kind of just show you how tanky this dude is. And I'll try to compare him a little bit to Crete in here. So don't get me wrong, Crete is a great hero. And I love this team right here, right? So you can have Crete, Leo, and Bailey, and they all use Gautier. You have to use Gautier with Leo. You have to use it if you want him to stay alive. Because every time he's going to use an ultimate, he's going to get a huge shield equal to 30% of his HP, which is a huge shield for him because he has quite a big HP pool. So you're almost always going to use this. Even in Twilight, when I have like a hunter team, I'm still most of the time using Gautier just to keep my tank alive, okay? But that's why this combo is so good with Leo, Crete, and Bailey, because they can all use it. So let me just show you kind of his damage versus Bailey's damage versus Crete's damage. I don't think I can beat this level. This level is like wildly insane. But let me just show you. So Leo just died, but he's not dead. Look at how much damage Leo is doing compared to everyone else in my team. So my Leo did die one time, so if he dies again, he is just dead, right? But he also gets that ultimate that hits really hard after he just dies for the first time. So he's quite insane here. He is just literally quite insane. You can see his damage just dwarfs everyone, even my Bailey. My Bailey is level 240. Oh, I guess my Leo is now level 240 as well. I just got him to 240 today, actually. I mean, look at the damage. He's doing twice the damage of Bailey. Now, he does have a lot more burst damage in the beginning because there's a lot more enemies to hit. Now, single target, Leo is going to fall off a little bit. But that's why I got Bailey in the team. We're probably going to run out of time here, but I just wanted to show you kind of how tanky he is, how much damage he does. You can see he does quite a lot of damage. He's going to do a lot more damage than Crete. There are some fights, like some of the energy fights in Twilight Lands, where Crete will do roughly the same damage as Leo. But most of the time, Leo is going to out-damage Crete like crazy. You can see Bailey is actually struggling to keep up with Leo, even though the last half of the fight was basically single target. We're going to run out of time here, I think, before we can kill this stupid golem that has 2 trillion HP. Yeah, we ran out of time. Okay, he was at like 10%. Okay, so that is that. That's story. He is phenomenal in story. When I got Leo, I went up like 10 chapters in story when I just swapped out Leo for Crete. He is quite insane. He is quite insane. He might even be the best hero in the game now at this point. I don't know. Bailey and Leo, they're so close. And Mazrani's kind of up there too as well. You can see how much more healing Mazrani did than Serena. Not to mention that Mazrani also shields everyone, and Mazrani also buffs the attack of everyone as well. So honestly, like those are like the top three, and Daniel's now up there pretty close as well. Crete kind of dropped a little bit in priority for me personally. Now, it might be a totally different story if you don't have the Prism Amulet. Now, if you don't have a Prism Amulet leveled up at all, or don't even have one, this is just amazing on him, right? When Vanguards receive damage, 60% is slowly taken over 8 seconds. This is amazing for Leo because he's getting trucked, but he has so much lifesteal that he's just going to out-heal it. And if he gets a kill, it just clears it. So it's quite insane, actually, if you don't have this. Right now, you can get it for free. You just need to clear stage 8 of Twilight Lands right here. This is kind of essential for your team, for your account, for everything. This makes Crete and Leo way better. It's just really strong, and even Artist, but he's kind of a poo-poo. Anyways, especially when you're trying to compare Artist to someone like Leo and Crete, you know, it's just no comparison. Okay, now as far as the other prototypes, you're definitely going to want to use. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. You're definitely going to want to use Pain Rune. 100% you have to use Pain Rune. This basically just explodes the shield, gives him more damage, and stuns everyone, which is really useful. And then for the final prototype, you have to use Flashpoint. Now, those 3 prototypes I use in almost every group in the entire game. It's almost like the only 3 prototypes I ever use. Again, Flashpoint, Pain Rune, and Prism Amulet are really good. I already talked about Commander, but you're going to want Gautier. Now, I have a good Gautier with +1 and +1 ultimate, but I usually use the +2 Bailey one. But Gautier is essential there as well. Okay, now what other content can I use him in? He's great everywhere. You can use him in Sincero Marsh. You can use him in Terradome. You can use him in Disa as a tank. But usually Disa, you usually just use a healer to tank. So you can use him in all the dungeons if you want. In Ancient Altar, he's actually insane and game-changing. So I was never, ever, ever able to beat the first team of Ancient Altar because the boss does a trillion damage, one-shots your entire team, and there's literally nothing you can do until I got Leo. Leo can sit in here and he can take he can solo the boss down at least 2 stages on his health bar to reduce the damage that you take in the final botch. So until I got Leo, I couldn't do anything to this team 1. So Leo is actually essential in Ancient Altar. Essential. He is so good. He's so good. So you're definitely going to use Leo in Ancient Altar, 100%. Twilight Lands, you'll use him. Arena, he's insane. He's insane in Arena. So I don't know if I'm rank 8. Let's see if there's any kind of lower CP people, but let me just mess around here and I'll kind of show you just really how insane he is. All these guys are way big spenders, even more than me. Let me go for someone with lower power and just kind of show you what Leo is actually capable of, because it's quite insane actually. So there we go. We got Leo. Do they have a Leo? They have no Leo. Okay, so here's what we got going on. We got a 240 Leo versus an entire team. And let's see how long he lands. Let's see how long he lasts and if he can take out. I mean, they even have a Bailey on this team. So let's just see kind of how he performs. So you can see he stunned the Bailey there. Oh, he got stunned right there. That's unfortunate. All right, so we did a little spinny Rooney. Did he just one-shot Bailey? Oh, no, he ran away. Okay, so now I got the ultimate and my EX30. So this should hit quite hard. I almost killed Serena, and I almost killed Serena just outright, and Mazrani there. Let's try it again. Okay, he died. Okay, so all right, it didn't really prove my point that well, but he is quite insane, right? So I could, that same team I was just in, doesn't want to give me that guy again. There he is. So, it's a different story if I, put Bailey in here like this and I put a Serena in here, right? It'd probably be a totally different story here. So even just 3 people versus him is going to be way different. You know, he's easy to get locked down. You know, he took a couple stuns there, which kind of didn't let him, you know, show off as much as I would have liked. So let's try it with just 3 people. So now I have my Bailey in here as well, kind of helping to chop some people down, and just kind of a Serena to give a little bit more defense and a little bit more heals, right? Okay, so my Leo took the fatal damage for the first time, but I mean, look at the damage on Leo versus Bailey. My Bailey is level 240 and just a beast, right? So it's quite insane. He just finished them off. Now he's going to go over here. I mean, look at that. That's just 3 people. That's all I needed, right? So he's pretty cool. He's quite insane in PvP, especially Galactic Arena. That's how I got a good Galactic Arena team, because now I have my Leo in a team with some of my... I have Leo in a worse team, but Leo is so good that he can kind of carry the team, right? Unfortunately, you do have to use Gautier with him, so I do have 2 Gautier teams, but I don't know. He's insane. He's just so good. He's so good. He's so good in all the content. So Arena, he's top tier, maybe even the best in the game in Arena, possibly. Terradome, he does a great job. I guess I can just show one real quick for this. He does a great job in Terradome as a tank, because he also busts out some damage, and Terradome is actually quite hard, and you can actually use Leo and Crete in here as well. So I will show him in Terradome because he is very useful in here. I don't even use him in Disa Caves or Sinsaro Marsh, but you can 100% use him in Sinsaro Marsh. He's actually good there, so don't discount him in Sinsaro Marsh. He will do some good AoE damage. He kind of just stands by the boss and spins repeatedly and hits like the eggs and everything. So he definitely is useful there. But here he's quite good as a tank because, you know, he's just going to do more damage than Crete will. He's just going to do more damage than him. You do lose the decreased defense if you're not using Crete, though. Unfortunately, Leo does not have that. But he does have the other thing that makes the enemy take more damage, so... This is my full auto team that I use a lot. I like full auto teams, especially for stage 15 dungeons, so I don't have to sit here and think about it. Just hit auto and just go. It's pretty quick too. Here we go. Leo's back to the center, tanking again. I don't think I've ever seen Leo die in here. My Bailey does die sometimes. But Leo's got that death immunity for the first time, which is quite insane, right? You know, it's just such a nice feature to have on a hero where... Because sometimes you just get insta-gibbed, you know, especially in stuff like... Yep, there's his prototype that he wants to use right there, Flashpoint. Especially in content like Twilight Lands, he just gets crushed randomly. He's going to be real good in Soul Mine, of course. He's going to be real good in... whichever one he is. Winnifer? Is he Winnifer? Yeah, Winnifer. He's going to do real good in the faction mines, of course. And that's pretty much all the content. Honestly, he's a freaking monster. He totally changed my account. I got so many more chapters done in story once I got him, and he is quite game-changing. So, all right, I just wanted to make the official spotlight and show you the gear I ended up on after doing a lot of testing on gear for him. I ended up with attack main with HP substats. So, all right, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like and sub. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys. That's going to be it for the video today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like and sub. Baby Lucas says... Hey guys, hit that like and sub. Woo! All right, have a great day, everyone. See you guys.